Hello, everyone, and Happy New Year. I cannot believe 2025 flew by so quickly. I hope you had a great holiday season, had time to rest, recharge, rot on the couch, spend time with your family. Now that we are in 2026, I just wanted to take some time to talk about the graphic design trends that were put out last year in late 2025 by Canva, Envato Elements, and Adobe. So the first one that we're going to be talking about is from Envato Elements, and that is a resurgence in neo-futurism with a sprinkle of anti-design. I'm not a huge fan of this one. It is fun to design things in that structure. I think it can be really fun, especially for designers or if you're animating things. I just think it's super specific, and I mean, granted, if that's what you want, then that's what you want. Great, have fun with it. I know for me, I won't be using it that often in my designs, but have fun with it. So the second trend, actually, all three of them had it, but a little different in all three, but all of them had this overarching concept of organic flow, and that's pretty much using analog textures, which I'll talk about later, and having imperfections in the design and making sure that the design feels human and not generated by AI. And that's a completely different conversation in a different video, but I'm really glad that this type of design has its spotlight and people are talking about it. So I'm looking forward to seeing what people do and how designers use it in 2026. I know I'll definitely be using it. I was already using it in late 2025, mid 2025. So like I said, I'm just glad that it has its little spotlight. The next trend, I believe Adobe and Canva had, and this was over exaggerated font systems or pairings. So Adobe was primarily focusing on very fluffy, bubbly things that were hyper-texturized font systems, and Canva was more so leaning to font pairings. It's a great fun combination of just really bold sans serifs and script fonts, and really just breaks things up when it comes to design, whether you're using it as a graphic or a static deliverable or using it in social media, reels, video editing. It's great. It's fun. I'll definitely continue using it in 2026 and just try to work with it and have fun with it. So this next one I am super excited about. If you know me as a designer, then I am very much so inspired by brutalist graphic design, and for Canva to have a spotlight about this is just very exciting. And so they coined this next trend, Zeitgeist, and it's using analog textures, which I mentioned previously, and these messy collages and oversized fonts in their design, making things just very tactile, rich, human, and I'm super excited about it. I will definitely be using this for my personal designs and try to slip in things into client designs where I see, it'll work. But I'm so excited, and like I said, it has, brutalist inspiration and is kind of maximalist as well. Just really, really fun. So the last trend I'm going to be talking about is from Envato Elements, and it's not necessarily a design structure, but it's dealing with colors. And if you're a designer, you know that in the past few years, there's been this obsession with muted tones and neutral colors, still colorful, but not vibrant or saturated. So the pendulum is starting to sway the other way, and you're seeing these highly vibrant color palettes, this funky mix match of colors put together. I think that's really fun. I think it'd be great to use, especially if you want to make your stuff stand out, not only in the digital space, but also in the print space, for packaging and things like that. So I'll definitely try to use it for clients. I think it's a fun way to express your client's brand identity. So that's pretty much it for the design trends of 2026. Again, the first one was a resurgence in neo-futurism with anti-design sprinkled in. The second was organic flow, which is imperfections, analog textures, and making it feel human, and overemphasis on making designs feel human. The third was exaggerated fonts or exaggerated font pairings. The fourth was my favorite, the Zeitgeist, and that is, this messy collage, very tactile type of design. And the fifth was the Saturation Revival. So if you think you're gonna be using any of these, let me know in the comments. If you like one of them, let me know in the comments. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like. Other than that, I hope you have a wonderful beginning of 2026, and I will see you next time. Bye.